Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a really simple exercise that you could use to create more stretch and width through your backswing. Hopefully you find this helpful and I hope it helps with your game. Thanks again for tuning in. So today I've got a great little band exercise to help players to create more stretch and width in their backswing. We're going to use the exercise band and its resistance to help us to create that stretch and width we're going to put the band first of all over our lead foot. This band's about 3 feet in length and you have to play around with the amount of tension that you want for you on the band. So where I go as far as tension is, if I get into my setup position, I'm going to take my golf grip, and then by the time I get my hands just outside my trail thighs, when the band is first, I'd say straight, or you feel that first little bit of tension here. So it's loose in address. I'm going to create the tension by, let's just say, takeaway. By the time we're waist high, I'm feeling a good amount of tension. And then I only do this drill to the point where my hands are as high as my trail shoulder. So I'm getting a real good sense here of how to load as well in backswing, because I feel a real good load in my trail hip, in my trail glute here. Can really feel a good stretch across my lead side. And I also like how it encourages the movement of the pelvis and rib cage to be very much what we'd like to see in the golf swing. So you can see here I'm really stretching the band as much as I can. I'm keeping my hands as far away from my trail shoulder as I can. So a really good representation of what we'd want in the golf swing. For many players at first when doing that, it's going to be quite challenging because they're probably not used to stretching and moving that way. So then when I go to pick up a club, it's going to feel really easy then because of the resistance to the band. Now the club is a lot easier to move than that resistance to create that stretch and width. I'll show you from face on what my backswing now looks like after going through the fields there. And then from there, I'm going to have to work on how I can now introduce that into a golf swing for myself. For me, going through that movement really feels as though I'm going to hit a little bit behind the ball because I'm used to adding a little bit of a late shallower. So from adding that kind of stretch and movement in the backswing, I'm going to have to learn to really kind of move through it and cover it. So with that awareness for me, and me being aware of what that's going to do, I'm going to get to here. I'm going to really feel what I need to do to get back to impact there. Feel like I have tons and tons of space. And I hit that really nicely. So looking for more stretch and width, there's a really simple exercise that could help you with that.